Hey, here we are for this week's video. Not real excited about telling you about what happened last weekend. It was just one of those weeks where qualifying hurt us just a little bit. It was twin 25s. So where you started was basically close to where you were going to finish. They had a 50-lap stadium stock race, so they qualified those cars. And then I think they had a sportsman practice right before us. So the track, I was a little bit worried about what kind of condition the track was going to be in, and it wasn't terrible, but it seemed like the track was really tight Saturday night. We made some extra adjustments for that, and it just wasn't quite enough, and the car pushed a little bit qualifying. I think I ran a 27 or 28, and that put us fourth. So it was Jason, 83, 77, and then us. So the one bonus to that is Jason did set on the pole. He ran a 15, I think, which was a pretty good lap for this time of year. But anyway, race got going, and my spotter yelled clear behind 77 if I wanted it, and I stayed out, and I was trying to get in front of Lee to at least be third, and I had to settle in for fourth. We had a great race car. No complaints the way the car was handling, the way it was driving. It's just, just mired up in traffic. If you can imagine being in an amusement park and everybody's elbow to elbow waiting to get in the front gate, you can go faster and you want to go faster, but you can't. And that's kind of what happens when you get behind somebody in one of those 25 lappers. You just have to settle in there and take what you can get. Jason was able to win the first 25 lapper. Like I said, we finished fourth. He drew, can you see that fly? He's driving me crazy. Anyway, if you see me swatting, I'm not swatting at the air. There's a fly flying around me. Anyway, the second 25 lapper, Jason drew 14th, so that would put me starting 11th. Same situation. We had a great car. Whenever you invert the field like that, for a second race, especially going as deep as 14, the pace is not near as fast as it would be in that first race. So everybody was just kind of jammed up. I was able to make a move around a car on a caution. They checked up real hard. I went around the outside, and then the caution came out. So I was actually able to pick up a position that caused us to wash out on the points. The new point system, I checked, it's kind of hard for us to keep up with. So I asked Bowman Gray Management if they could start posting it after the race, because the way they do it now, you can't tie. Me and Jason tied for position finishes. We both had a 12, but he beat me in the first race, so he gets tiebreaker, so he actually got 2 more points than I did Saturday night. So the way that works is he was able to gain 2 points on me. The finishing order, the way they had it was Tony Black actually got first place points for Saturday night, and then Jason, and then me. So gaining that position actually caused me kept me from losing, 4, maybe 6 points. So that was their strategy, I think, in changing the point system for the twin 25s, is to get guys, instead of settling, where I'm only going to lose 1 point. You could lose 4, 6, maybe 8 points just by one position because of the average finish the way they do it now. So was able to get by that car and gain a position. It just allows you to, or it encourages you, I guess you could say, to be a little bit more aggressive to try to gain a spot or 2 in that second race. So we finished 8th in the second race. So we had a 4th and an 8th. Jason, like I said, won the first race. So out of, I guess, about 10 races now, I've got 4 and Jason's got 2. So I've got 2 poles and he's got 2 poles. So that's 4 poles. So right now cars are running really good. We'll just keep our fingers crossed for some good luck. This weekend we got a 100 lapper. I know that a couple weeks ago I was able to start 22nd, and come to the front to win the race. That doesn't happen normally, so we're hoping to at least get a pretty good draw this weekend. Boy, how nice it would be to be able to draw on the front row. It just seems like those come very scarce for me or Jason. So we're hoping we can get a good draw for this weekend for the 100 lapper. Before we finish talking about Bowman Gray with the 100 lapper, at Ace Friday night for the Coma Unwind Modified Madness Tour, we have a 125 lap race, like I said, at Ace Speedway this Friday night. I think the first race is about 8 o'clock. Anybody that knows me knows that I love going to Ace. We're taking the stadium car. I've already changed the rear end. I'll do kind of what I did for Coastal Plains, just reversed. We'll run this car Friday night at Ace. We'll come home Friday night or either early Saturday morning, change it back over, and go to Bowman Gray on Saturday. So right now I'm down to one car and one motor. I've got another car, but I'm down to one motor, so I end up taking this car to both places. That being said, 4th of July, it's a Friday, I think it is actually 4th of July. Friday, 4th of July race at Caraway. Hopefully, if everything goes smooth, I'm going to be racing my brand new LFR chassis, modified chassis. I haven't said anything about these cars yet because we're kind of waiting to see, get all the kinks worked out. Jason is actually on the way back with his right now. I don't think he's going to run it until later in the year. We're going to bust our tail to get mine done for 4th of July. These cars are the future of modifieds. When you see these cars, from the stands, it may not look like it, but when you get down and you look at the chassis and you look at the components of these cars, they are unbelievable. The fabrication, the geometry, the adjustability that's built into these cars, they are unbelievable. And I'm proud to say and excited to say that if everything goes smooth, I'm going to have my LFR chassis at Caraway 4th of July. We're getting all the kinks worked out, getting it. They're going to do a lot of it down there. I'm going to go down there, and we're going to work on it some in Mooresville. Then we're going to get it back here. Brown & Miller is going to take care of the plumbing for me. I wouldn't have anybody but Brown & Miller do the plumbing work on these cars. They are neat. It's tight. It's smooth. It's just you. Once you go to the Brown & Miller type oil lines and fuel lines, you'll never want to go back to buying a roll of dash 12 line and putting it in there and cutting it into Sawzall and putting your fittings on yourself. That is ancient, old school way to do it compared to how neat and the quality that these Brown & Miller lines that they have. But just a lot of things that have to come together for us. I'm not going to lie. We're going to have to bust our tail. We're going to have to make sure that everything flows like it should. If everything goes without many kinks, I know there's going to be some kinks, but if everything goes relatively smooth, I will be racing that car at Caraway at 4th of July in the NASCAR Southern Modified Tour race. So super excited about that. I think I said, was it last week, I'd mentioned that I had some announcements I didn't want to let out of the bag yet. But Rob Fuller and Levitz and Tony Urey Jr. is working down there now. Brian, these guys down there know what they're doing. They got it down pat. And these cars are going to be, they're going to be what you're going to have to win races in the near future. So proud to say I'm going to be in one. Want to give a shout out to LaJoy. Got a LaJoy seat in that car. It's going to be cool. Anyway, I want to thank my sponsors. Without the sponsors that are helping me get to where I am right now, they're also helping me get this car together. So Speedway Auto Auction of Charlotte, Always Citrus Safe Barbecue Grill Cleaner, Adams Tow and Doug Adams, Wendy, RE, let me mention Kevin Hughes and the people down at RE. The car will have the new RE lightweight harness in it. If you don't have one of these lightweight harnesses, the wire is it's half the size of this speaker wire. I don't know how good you can see this on here, but it's half the size of this wire. Lightweight, flush mount, talk button. If you don't have one of these in your race car, you need to call RE and get one because they are some kind of sweet. So I can't wait to get all that upfitted in my new car. It's got Pro System brakes on it, the Stop Tech calipers, Stop Tech rotors, Stop Tech brake pads. Like I said, Brown & Miller, I want to thank John at Cleanup Supply for the help he gives us at Bowman Gray Stadium. Haviland Express Lube, Mac Allen, and those guys down in up in Kernersville. I know it may seem like I'm rambling a little bit, but just got a whole lot going on right now, a whole lot on my mind, a whole lot to talk about. Even in a short, uneventful week at Bowman Gray, a whole lot to talk about here in Myers Racing. So anyway, 100 lapper this weekend at Stadium, 125 lap race at Ace. Come out and see us. Can't make both, at least make one. Come out and see us. Click it, share it, post it, view it, do all the, the computer stuff that you guys know how to do. Thank you for watching. God bless you.